only down by 2. We're going to go out here, run this play for the win. Let's go get it. Odd formation, 28 sweeps, blue 14. Watch left. Hup, hup, hup.
We to the man, Atlanta head cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Sit with your ad, drop it out with Alabama ad. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be one and done. No drive, but we running. Walk up to you while you showing us stun till you up that jury and money. Playing game, thinking showing up funny to my young.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A give. This is Michel. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Murphy. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back to throw now on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Second and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Pats have taken the early lead. Extra point good by Goodens0015's. And that makes the score 7-0. Goodens0015 now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Off play action. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down and third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Here's Newton now on second down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Blue 90! Blue 90! No, check. Patriots!
They begin with Michel on the ground, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. On second down, Michel. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Carolina getting set to take the field. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
From the end zone, Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down again. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there, but there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the handoff, it's Michel. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now back to throw. Looking deep downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well. Well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Patriots. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
I know you're trying to have a scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
They need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now.
All right, now, lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he's forced out left. And he coughed it up.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
8 yards there and a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now on first down. He'll drop to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. In for the score. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. The extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air to Michel on the dump-off. A nice little juke, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now, Barney. Over.
They'll set up a throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey down right around the 25. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, it stays up. Eluding the pressure. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dante Hightower in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Look at right sideline, that's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll check this one down to Michel. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, Michel, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive, what a great way to get set up.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Hightower in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On the ground is Michel. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
This time he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Luke Kuechly in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 319! 319!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Dante Hightower on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
He's got his man on the crossing route, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Leopard!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
No. Check. Patriot!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. This is McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This one taken from the 7. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murphy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And the Rams have scored again, able to stretch their lead. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Michel. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, it's Michel. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Over. Detroit.
Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this one is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back to throw. Keeps himself upright. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And Hill with it over the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the play. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Carolina, the win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So on EA Sports.